Dun, 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 dun. Just take those old records off. Okay, Mandalorian, issue chapter number 8. Now, this is an episode 8 I could get behind. This was, let's start from the beginning, comedy. It reminded me of Django Unchained, when you had two villains, you know, these evil dudes you're not supposed to be sympathizing with. But what about him and his wife, who worked on cutting out the holes? And then, you know, they're like, all right, how about this time we'll do it without the hoods? It was just like that. Except they're talking about these two kidnappers, stormtrooper, scouting troopers, punching up the little baby who is still unnamed, which I'm kind of upset about. But okay. It's not like we're not going to get our answers according to the plot of season 2. There's going to be, he's a foundling now, so the whole goal is to learn more about his species, which is interesting to me. I'm going to stick by the theory that this guy is going to grow up to be taller than what Yoda was. Yoda was just short for his species. This way, we could have like a human being play the part of it. It would just have to have like dots, and the actor would have to have things on his face that were not, you know, real. Other than that, you know, we can have a dude moving around. They put gloves on him because human beings don't have 3 fingers. But let me backtrack to what my point is. They were punching this guy, pointing their weapon at something in the distance, trying to shoot at it. They miss. And the other guy's like, let me try this. Then he missed too. Man, that was just laughter. And they were saying on the intercom that Moff Gideon was shooting up stormtroopers. We got there to that scene, and he wasn't actually doing that. That's why I was beginning to think that this person on the other end would have been one of the good guys. It wasn't. One of the good guys who did show up was IG-11, this nursing droid with protocol of a bounty droid. Boom, 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 boom. Collected the asset and joined the fight. You know who's directing this and who was also IG-11? Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi got it. It was a heroic entrance that made sense. Everyone who watched episode 9 showed up and whooped everybody's ass. Unfortunately for us, Mandalorian, Din, he got done up. Bleeding from his head was about to expire. The whole point was for them to be behind those walls. They were gonna try to get into the sewers because Mandalorian knows how to get to his little base where all those other Mandalorians, where we thought they all survived the fight on Navarro, but they didn't. He went over there, but sent them off. He cannot be seen by anybody. We know that from this show. Unfortunately, there was a horrible line of dialogue where he says, no one alive has seen my face. Why at this point did we choose to talk about being alive and not being alive? He should have just said, no one's seen my face. If we can stop the background noise, IG-11 would have been like, well, I am no one since I am not alive. I am nothing but machine parts and protocol. And then he could have took off his mask, did the spray that the footballers, the soccer players get sprayed on themselves, and Bob's your uncle. That's how it happened. Now, underground, we saw the collection of helmets, meaning that a lot of the Mandalorians died. And that woman, the I Have Spoken woman, gave direction and told you and me and Mandalorian and his crew, this is what the next season's going to be about. Finding what this baby was, do him what we all did to you, and you're going to enjoy this next season, Chillmonger and people. Yeah. Now, Moff Gideon, meanwhile, was sending people over. Dude with the flamethrower thought he was going to die. But when that baby has its eyelids showing, that's the Force. 3 fingers. Pushes it back. And that answers why they were playing the waiting game. That answers why Moff Gideon didn't just send his forces into the cantina, because that's what could happen. And Cara Dune, we know her first name, and she was apparently from Alderaan. What? We're connecting things from the first Star Wars movie? What? They didn't need to say that, but they did. I understand completely her motivation for being part of those ranks in the Rebel Alliance. Tying up things. So pleasurable to watch this. And then at the ending. Okay, aside from him surviving the crash, because Mandalorian was on his jetpack, and it's good that we waited 10 seasons for this, 8 episodes for the whole season to watch this. He survives the plane crash. Okay, fine. You know, Kylo Ren survives his plane crash too. Dude is cutting open something, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's got a toolkit. I wonder what it could be. He's got Sabine's Darksaber. The last time we seen it was in the end of Rebels. And if Sabine's Darksaber is in here, Ahsoka Tano could also be a part of the next season. Can you imagine that? Ashley Eckstein gets some paint up on her face, showing up, and maybe Luke too, because that's who I think showed up on Tatooine at the end of episode 5, who found that bounty hunter, apparently the best bounty hunter, Ming-Na Win's character. Somebody pulled up at the very last scene of that episode. Got a cloak on, you can see his robes. That was Luke Skywalker, chilling on Tatooine. Okay, theory time. So I want to see Ahsoka and Luke meet each other, and I don't know, somehow explain something. She's not dead. I saw Dave Filoni posted something that said, it was a picture of her saying, remember when people thought I was dead last time? Everyone thinks she's dead because of episode 9. She was one of those stupid voices. As far as I'm concerned, disconcern yourself with episode 9. Rise of Skywalker was, I should call it Rise of Skywalker, not episode 9, especially when I'm talking about in episode 8. But Rise of Skywalker was problematic. Just ignore it. Don't even try to, okay, well, if I write something in, it makes sense why she was speaking. She was in the world between worlds. Don't worry about that. Continue the Ahsoka story. I'm there for every single moment of Ahsoka Tano on screen, especially if we can get the same actress to play her. So Darksaber, that's what that means. When I see that introduced, I'm like, oh, Filoni gave the okay for that. If he's got creative control over the Darksaber, Ahsoka, and everything that happened that he touched, he's probably gonna, he's giving it the okay. He's giving it the approval. Mandalorian will get into those stories. Great. I can't wait for season 2, man. They're filming it now. It's going to come probably in 9 months in October. I cannot wait for season 2. That's the review. I'm so happy. See, Star Wars is not just a movie. Star Wars is everything in that galaxy. Far, far away. A long time ago.